Sanji, Chidan, Toji, Shomra, Chanchu, Rayu, Dharma, Tatsuchi, Adi, Chidu, Jere, Sanam, Tuyan, Tola, Hanjun, Sanji, Jura, Sanji, Chidan, Toji, Shomra, Chanchu, Rayu, Dharma, Tatsuchi, Adi, Chidu, Jere, Sanam, Tuyan, Tola, Hanjun, Sanji, Jura, Morning again. Morning. Okay, comfortable. Okay. You like to sit on the chair, you can sit on the chair. You like to sit on the floor, you can sit on the floor. You like to sit and without cushion, just a hard floor, you can sit there. Whatever you're comfortable, sit that. Because enough. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Very lucky, you know. Maybe got a little bit of cold. Turn on the AC. Heat. But turn on the AC. Whatever we wishes we have done here, we don't think that it's terrible. Anyway, wonderful. We're going to do a little bit of meditation, okay? I'm sure all of you do a lot of meditations everywhere, anytime. The meditation means to our practice, connection of our mind with practice. And also more familiar to our practice. Therefore, first, I like to everyone just sit very comfortable, whatever position, doesn't matter. Usually there are also a lot of different positions to sit, but just sit, relax. Important to connect with our mind and body. And first, I like to also you get to look at skin your mind or your body. Your mind skin your body from head to knee. Just connect with your mind and your brain. Connect with your body and your head. Connect your neck. Connect right shoulder. And left shoulder. Your upper back. And lower back. And right leg. And left leg. Then chest. then the belly. Then bring in and out. Connect with your belly. Then remember Buddha's image in front of you. You can awareness for own Buddha's image or Buddha Shakyamuni or Avalokiteshvara, whatever you more familiar is for you. Concentration, connect with that. Then record the Buddha to blessing your body and speech and mind. Then you receive some blessings like nectar from Buddha's heart, dissolve to your body, connect your mind, feel for all your body and mind. To receive again and again like that, to connect with your body and mind and Buddha image. If you have any positive feelings in your mind or body, they connect each other. Try to feel peace, relax. Try some warm feeling in your mind that connect with your body, all channels. Then focus or connect with your voice. You're all going to research Om Mani Mani Ma Mani is mantra of the Buddha Shakyamuni. You all connect your voice or fill your voice. Even you don't say the, recite, but you totally feel, you hear the voice, and again your mind. That sound also connect with your mind and body. Feel some relaxed feeling, ongoing feeling. And you can share that feeling to all mothers and beings. Okay. Good morning. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Geshe.
Good morning.
Morning,
Hey.
Geshe.
What are you? Are you morning or evening?
Good morning.
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 Okay, we have to sit on chair. Yeah, which is comfortable, okay? Yeah, just that's good, yeah. That's much better. Although you talk to meditation, then we feel to hurt our legs, then your mind just go that. Okay? It's like a very simple way to meditation. Sometimes when you have some difficult time, your mind will slow. You can whatever way reciting down, mantra, you can hear the voice again and again. They also tell you sleeping. Because it is bringing our mind more calm. When When our mind is very calm, then also we get peace, relax. This is one way to bring down. Then purpose to meditation, to any objects, to more familiarize that, more connection that, develop or cultivate our positive minds. Because we live very busy place. Usually we live samsara as very pleasure, unpleasant, unpleasant place. Above that, here, we're very busy. And we never finish things to be done. Therefore, our mind becomes very destroyed. Therefore, we need to learn calm, relax, peace as much as we can. Okay? Therefore, in order to that, also we need to more study, more meditation, more concentration. Okay? Therefore, Buddhism is in the one, and there's a religion. The second is not really religion, is for the like science. Everyone very surprised for science. Science also human beings built. Who created science? Therefore, our knowledge, we use only maybe 5%. From the 100%, we only use 5%. 99 point we're not able to use. We just waste time. We're very, very valuable object that we don't use. We don't know how to use. We use only the 5%. That also they can categorize two, the positive and negative. Then maybe we do more like 3% negative, only 2% positive. The human's mind is unlimited to develop. How do we know that? Now we said, technology, everyone's very responsible, but it's not. They come from their son. Humans build, we build, right? Have you guys built? Have you guys built as a software? Software, yeah. MIT, Howard, those guys built. Then now is Facebook. Another one is Elon Twitter. Also Elon Musk. All things. And Google, they build all things. All humans, we use our technology. But secondly, it is very dangerous. Right now, that if someone doesn't, one day we don't stop to build more than one day we all lose job. I'm not complaining that, good, but and for example, Amazon, Uber, they control everything. How many people lose job? Now is artificial intelligence. Artificial. That's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Then one day humans have no job. And what are you going to eat? What are you going to do? Right? Still, right now, nobody has thinking about the dangerous. Everyone just develop. It's good one way develop, but it's very dangerous too. Example, maybe 100 years, maybe 1,000 people walk. 1,000 people need to do that. Not just one machine can do everything. 1,000 people lost job. Exactly, those things. One hit, good, the Netherlands is very dangerous to start to war or bad things. Because people have no job, people have no, or position very bad, then they start all different kind of things. Therefore, but nobody say, oh, there's a danger. Everyone say, okay, we build this, we build that, we build that, we build that. It's good, but secondly dangerous. But we don't really develop love, compassion, and those things. We have love and compassion develop, start. It doesn't bring any problems. Those are very good quality ones. With that, okay? But sometimes we say, how we know we all able to enlighten? The upset person. The enlightenment is what? Understand everything, free from all the problems. We are able to understand all things. I'm very smart, but we don't really know the ignorance how cause our daily life. We always follow that, right? Therefore, according to Buddhism, explains what kind of thought or what kind of mind is good, what kind of thought or what kind of mind is bad. This Buddha explains. Then how Buddha explains, we know that. Then we our own, philosophy of our own intelligence to use investigation, right? Check is true or not. Okay. Now my English is finished. It's good to finish. Otherwise, just waste time. Okay. Today's what? We have passion for the Dharma. Is that like that way?
378.
Who has blue book? Who has red book? Check you one book. Oh no, book. It's okay. You don't need books. You're smart guy. Yes. Physical lesson. Okay. Even I try to make you guys that's because even you can, according to Buddhism, influence through our mind, through Dharma words. To be bacha, you can influence through the you hear. Okay. We can read that. What page? That one got it? Okay. Just finish that one. Control the effort. It's just very short, right?
Yeah, just short section.
Very short section.
Patience to gain assurance in the Dharma. The swift path Lyra talks about this in detail. You gain assurance in the Dharma by meditating on your key points or practices to perform rituals. 2. Learning how to modify your behavior by memorizing and reciting text. 3. Analyzing the significance of the good qualities of the three jewels, the meaning of your goal of enlightenment, the path leading to that goal, what is meant by selflessness, and what the profound and extensive aspects of the teachings mean. Or in this context, you could do this by becoming sure of the meaning of the words in this lecture. For example, this type of patience resembles the comprehension acquired by logicians from their debates. The first of these forms of patience is to be exercised when you are provoked by your adversaries. The other two are to be practiced all the time. You should be patient during the teachings, no matter how long they may go on, and so forth. Listen single-pointedly, think over the meaning, be careful about your behavior while attending debating sessions or assembly, endure the hunger and thirst. Let your mind be single-pointed when you memorize or recite texts. The last two types of patience always apply, even when you are going off to the village to do a ritual in someone's house.
Okay, we understand. Any question of that? Yeah,
Well, before this, we have already discussed about the other practice of the patience, right? So, like the patience of not retaliating to the harm caused by others, and the patience of willingly accepting the suffering.
동화 당연히 저거 센터다 나도 동화 초에면 여러
So, the patience of willingly accepting the suffering, there are so many different kinds of sufferings that we can count, right?
동화세에 대한 신화적으로 말이야 같이 강한 수준 문제가 동화사.
So suffering is not necessarily something very scary. It can be and it can be simply as something that we don't like or we don't desire.
얘는 나도 찍선나 찍선지 조에면 거야.
But it is endless, right? It comes one after another. When one is done with one, then there comes another one.
Right? You think, oh, that's big one. Just care of that. That's wonderful. Another one come. This is the nature. The 제가 때다 지팅 고백의 주인이다. 일단 고백의 주인이 말이지.
So that's the nature or the reality of the samsara.
제가 딱 나도 내는 같이 대화했어. 내가 나도 같이 대화했잖아. 나도 내 대학 레스 just 아셔도 돼. 연구를.
So why we are born in this world, right? Why we live here, it's because we have created a karma for that, and that's why we're here.
제가 딱 나도 남배 드시잖아. 안에 딱 주죠. 여러분 쇼던 게 내가 강하게 받아. 아니 고발을 못 제가 아니 지다 samlo tukcha marab shozang lega kaim bate ko jeg ji chakti re.
So according to Buddhism, all this virtuous action that we create, is to be free from the cyclic existence, and whatever non-virtuous action that we create becomes a cause, to bind us in samsara or cyclic existence.
Pe cha잖아. 미 파초는 내가 맞으면 미 파초는 내가 좀 더와이나 미 파초도 소소 가야 자상이야.
For example, if we are able to satisfy or help and fulfill somebody else's wishes, then that creates a cause for us to be asked to receive happiness or delightness from them, right?
아니 미 파초는 내가 돼 맞아와대 미 파초도 소소 마게 자상.
And and then not creating a cause or creating a cause for someone to be unhappy, creates a cause for ourselves to be unhappy.
Okay. 그래서 다도 다 안에 딩을야 아니 나도 요즘은 좀 얘기 때마다 다 같이 소소래야 지금 내가 찍는데 영화에나 때라서 공 그래서 아니 소소라지 레당 마음이 감면들에 저바이나 때라서 공 그래서.
And so, in short, the patience of not retaliating, to the suffering caused by others is if somebody causes, suffering to you, not getting angry, to that with that, and not taking a revenge like that. So that's the first patience, and then the patience of accepting the suffering, is that we go through all kinds of sufferings, in our body, speech, and mind, right? So, whatever sufferings that we go through, being patient with that.
대야 미파지고 소소를 내와 찍거든나 너 그런 같이 제 샤서 되겠자 말이지.
And so when we say not retaliating to cause others harm, doesn't mean that we just let them harm, let them just go on and harm us.
소수 샘 맞고 찍거든. tells 봐서.
And so of course you have to avoid that, whatever where you can, but not becoming angry. Is what is important. When somebody causes harm to you, not becoming angry or not disturbing your mind, the peace of mind. That's the thing about patience and of not retaliating the suffering. I mean the harm caused by others.
제가 대리 아니지. 소수 가운데 제와도 맞아가 되면 또
And so that doesn't prevent us, from achieving, what we want to achieve, right?
Okay? This is how to practice, okay? 근데 저는 수수상 뱅그레스 오토지. 근데 이다 다야 지금 나도 아니 대신에 나도 근데 추쇼가 냐래 쳐 냠래 쳐봐라 이거나. 깔려요레스. 다티 액셉트 쳐고 그래서 봐요.
And so, see, if we don't get angry, then that's good for us. I said, no, good for us. And even when they cause harm, they cause harm already. But not getting angry keeps us from becoming unhappy. So therefore that's important, to not get angry. And same here, when you're practicing Dharma or doing some studies, there's so many difficulties that you have to go through. So being patient, with that is also important.
단다 지나서 되잖아요. 야노 도도제 되되되버데 아니 출라 예측지 저거에 차를 내려오요 말에 야도 쇼핑하고 야랑고리 하리보데 요고리 내려 도도제는 체제 직시하는 내고를 내려오요 말에 마무리 돼서 더 말에.
And so you're coming here and sitting, in that cross-leg posture, straight, on the cross-leg posture, is also the patience, to gain assurance in the Dharma. You have, some of you drive from very far away. You wake up early in the morning, you get ready, you drive all the way here, and sit straight, with the cross-leg position. That's not easy. So bearing with those suffering is also the practice of patience to gain assurance in the Dharma. And so by doing this, you are practicing the patience to gain assurance in the Dharma.
안다는 저도 좀나 되면서 제가 도도제 소소 산에 들어있나요? 대인 오늘야 에프가로 채우고 제가 대 출력해서 잡으래.
And those of you who are on the Zoom also, are making some effort, to sit, straight and making time to come there even, and do that. Listening to is also practice of the patience to gain assurance in Dharma.
다대 간이 저기 담보 끌어오는 주마도 받아 제 제한테 간지 추쇼고 시고에 봐서 안 출력해서 이거 봤어.
So from the beginning, with the setting of the motivation and all the way, at the end and to the end, it's related with the Dharma, and the difficulties you are bearing with that. Therefore, it becomes the patience to gain assurance in the Dharma.
Okay.
So now if someone were to ask you, do you practice patience? What do you say?
Yes, I do. But it's not easy to come here, stay here. It's not just which one easy, go to watch movie and stay here. Watch movie, you can eat all popcorn. Oh, here, no popcorn, no coke. Like these things also like all the patients. That patient was 이제 개조 냠이지 나와라 곰다 대충 시바서 이제 거네 내다 내 마이 비 런더 다스 와 다 곰자 삼다 그래서.
So in the text it mentions, right? So the first one is meditating on the key points of the practice to perform virtues, and so what is what is correct, what is incorrect, what is to be cultivated, what is to be abandoned. So those are very important things, to think about and meditate on them.
대곰 가네 곰자가 내려와서 담아지는 선생님이 됐대요. 너무 지내야 나는 너네 슈베가 나는 나백 시야지네 제발. 너네 슈베 내가서 딱 곰라다면 또 타마 내다 뭐 냠내지는 사제 나도 사제라고 그래서.
So as you see all the images and the statues of the Buddhas you see in the front, in the altar, is a Buddha, it's a Buddha who became Buddha by practicing Dharma, just like we're doing now.
다 내려져 가다 아니 다 너나 슈병이 너무 잡았어는 제배 아니 되게 전을 때네 아니 소소식 삼제 탐중에도 사지고 대사지가 최대 아니 소소 셈치는 마트와 제게 대 마트와데 아니 너나 슈병 잡았나 슈병 진결하고나 진결하고 쇼 된대로 쌈네 대바이나 다 저기 꼭 잡사야 돼 말.
And so you think, just like the Buddhas, residing here in the front, in the space in front of me, I must achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. And to be able to do so, may I be blessed by all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas residing here, like that. So when you sit there, thinking like that, And that is the practice of the patience to gain assurance in the Dharma. And so you can do meditation like that in thinking in that way. Or sometimes we also can do the flowing down of the nectar and light from the Buddhas in the space in front of you, and then purifying and blessing and so forth. So you can think like that also. So you think in that way, and also from your side, try not to be disturbed, try not to be agitated or disturbed, and that way you accumulate merit, in two ways, like by thinking about the Buddhas in the front in space in front of you, and then by thinking by not getting angry or disturbed from your side. When we say angry, it doesn't have to be something very scary. It's just like disturbance of your peace of mind. So whatever thought that disturbs your mind, or make you unhappy or unpeaceful, that is like anger. And then here also, Pablo Rinpoche mentions in his Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand about the practices usually done by the monks in the monastery, like reciting the text, memorizing the text, and doing a debate and so forth, right? Good already.
It's line 3.
I'm share the good way. Really? Nibadra? The injig the tada they call it the taida. All the new done somebody. The new way. The engine of the learning how to modify your behavior by memorizing and reciting text. That's also the job of the Jujutangwa. Because Lonzin Chenere, I mean, Lone. Peja the Lonzin Chenere, I mean, Lone. So the job of the Jujutangwa. Jujutangwa, because Jujutanga, Yamlen Chabadilla, and then Nibad Cigars. And then the was. So here, it talks about, also like I mentioned earlier, that understanding the points, to or the things, that you have to cultivate and you have to abandon. So what is to be cultivated and what is to be abandoned? So here, maybe in the translation is talking about the modifying your behavior. So like adopting, what is to be, what is good, and abandoning what is bad, through the memorizing and reciting of the texts.
memorize and recite malachi. Loyo chewala ten suzu shiga jiwa tamo ore mante kono.
And so by doing a study, not necessarily memorizing and reciting, but by doing a study, you can say by doing a study of the Dharma, you modify your behaviors, or like in other words, like cultivate what is to be practice what is to be cultivated, and abandon what is to be not cultivated.
Okay, the thing of the chewa kanro ngana ngadu nesu ju shwachi. Dinde da numanga de chona nga chile zoto samane. Ta nga nambe chu loyo chine de yapo marsam do samne jiwa ta na o ta de lo yo kota jiwa ta de le de.
And so before you didn't know about such behavior as being bad or negative and so forth, right? And now after studying the Dharma, you understand, oh, this is not a proper behavior. And so so therefore now I should not engage in this behavior, or I should abandon this behavior. Like that, when you do that, then that becomes the practice of the Dharma.
Good. Maybe just give some examples. You have some examples? Example. He said, before I couldn't do it, but after I studied, then I hand it, or I hand it out. I said, I'm handing it. I follow that, or I'm able to do that. I mean, something, I remember last year, when she said, if the COVID time, she said, if Dharma really helps for me to COVID time. If before that, I'm not able to learn. That shows she has some deep understanding or some deep blessing from Dharma. Because I have Dharma, I'm able to do that. Means exactly like this. You have like that? Yeah. She also told last week, she said, you got very mad. And after.
Actually, it did really help me, but I think not just so Dharma, and then I think the answers I got from everybody, and then the examples, and just for some reason I just ran into like a documentary of Yangtang Rinpoche.
Yeah.
It was so inspiring, and the compassion that they were showing, all these great figures they're showing, is really like beyond my imagination. So all these together, I think it really became a lot better how I react to difficult situations at work. Yeah.
Something situation like, okay, I've got able to handle that because Dharma. Everything like that. Right? All this. That thing should have
And then the third one is analyzing the significance of the good qualities of the three jewels. So it's talking about the three jewels, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So the three objects of refuge, we have already studied so many times about that, right?
Good. And then Sanjay the chapter we is. Sanjay the chapter and they get the chapter with Daro, should the Jamuni chapter.
So Buddha is the founder of the refuge, and the Dharma is the actual refuge, and the Sangha, is the assistance of the refuge.
But Nantola Nataji, Nantola, the Tungan membership, mansion, not something Mevana, Chipana, you want another tatum.
So if we are seriously ill, then we need three, right? The doctor, the nurse, and the medicine. So if any of these three are missing, then we will not be able to recover from this serious illness.
Right? It's true. If doctor there, if you have no medicine, you cannot recover. The doctor and medicine that if we need someone to help to give me the things to do, injections for the times go to hospital. Those are the only things, right? Therefore, in order to heal our sickness, especially and our physical and our mental, it's okay, right? I said sorry about that, but physically, we need doctor, nurse, mentally sickness, according to Buddhism, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, we are really sick mentally. It's not with your mental problem, okay? Here your mental problem is some crazy guy, right? Crazy guy, your mental problem is. No, I have no mental problem. According to Buddhism, we all have a mental problem. It's not with your crazy person, because we are always sick. In order to recover from that, then Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Okay? This is very, if you are pretty long-term Buddhism, it's okay, it's not easy. 제가 안에 가대 다지 그러는 봐. 정화신의 정 산지 주변에 작성을 것들로 처음 말했어. 대전도 씹을 거네.
So you can't force someone to take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. You should take refuge by knowing the significance or the importance of taking refuge.
앞에는 산지 좀 되는데 접속하게 됐어. 접변 좋으려고.
So why it is worth why the Buddha is worthy object of refuge. Worthy meaning like why is it okay? Why is it appropriate to take refuge in the Buddha? And by taking refuge in the Buddha, would Buddha be able to protect us or not? If it is able to protect, then it's worth taking refuge, right? If not, then it's not worthy. So that's what it means, like worthy object of refuge.
Okay. Then give me the reason why we are able to take Buddha call it to 접속은 benci 생각해서.
Or you can tell any reason why Buddha is a worthy object of refuge?
Who knows? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who knows? How about you guys know? Okay, how many reasons? 4. Okay, 4, 5, 6. How many reasons? She said 4. Wow.
I'm not sure. I remember 2 reasons.
Okay. How about David? You said that.
I think I made up my own reason.
Okay, give me your own reason. Maybe.
I was thinking because the Buddha has the ability to do the things, the willpower to do the things that he knows are right, which a lot of times I don't have. I know sometimes what's the right thing to do, but I don't do it anyways because I just don't want to.
How you prove Buddha knows?
How do I prove that?
Yeah, Buddha knows.
I just believe in my heart in the enlightenment that he's enlightened and he does everything right.
Okay, Karen.
I'm not able to recall, but I know them.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, yeah, Jennifer, give the 4 reasons.
Buddha has removed all fear, has no fear, and then has the skillful means to remove the fear, help others remove their fear, has unlimited compassion for all, whether they're close to him, and also can fulfill the aims of others, regardless of if they've helped the Buddha.
Good. How's it?
It's good, but I'm not sure about just removing fear. Maybe that's the way it's stated in the text, but I would think all suffering and mental
There is
negativity.
fear in the text, but
Okay. Jackie, have some?
Nothing to add.
You sure? I think good. I think you got it. I think 가르쳐놨다. 딴 데에 대나 이 다니고 저거나. 아니 집 받아들 좋아하세요. 아니 좀 된들어야 배잖아. 아니 집 받아들 좋아하나. 다 아니 너무 담들 좋아하세요. 거기서.
So yeah, in the text it says, oneself, Buddha is free from all the fears. So fears here is referring to all the sufferings, the delusions, and so forth, right? So he's free from all the fears, and also he's very skilled in freeing others from fears.
안돼. 딱 소소 선제 참말에 아니 딱 이제 좀 다른 집바에 그래서 그나 두제 지문이란가 나와서.
And then he has compassion, equal compassion towards all, and without any bias.
아니 배다 왔다 참이 되나 그래서 이제 좀 되네.
And he benefits all, whether they have benefited him or harmed him.
다 나도 다 산지 좀 내는 집안 다들 잡아다 대 집안 좀 따라가고 나도 간이하고 그랬어. 다대 내가 소대로.
So this is what is said in the text, but how do you know that Buddha is free from all the fears? How do you know that?
다대 산지 좀 내는 송한테 두고 송.
So that you understand through the Buddha's teaching.
추세가 다 되고 람대다 모대사 이런 거 어떨리는 거.
And so there comes the Dharma after that, right? So Dharma, and the Dharma is the true path and the true cessation.
그래? 도저히 대 제대로 로존 제대로 맨날 같이 못 잡네. 그래서 산지 좀 내는 거 송한테 송대 유엔에서 좀 되는 좀 됐다고요.
And so that is important, that's why it is important to study. So from the study, you can understand when a Buddha is teaching, right? So whether Buddha's teaching, is correct or not.
그다음 도와주면서 맨날 랍람 정보 정보이 나가야 안에 프로페서키 개개체거나 개개 코로나티 로좀 맨날 그 개개체도 말고.
So like if someone wants to be a professor or teacher in the school or university, then he or she has to have the qualification to be a teacher, right? Without the quality or qualification, will not become a teacher.
어디든 지발에 산지 좀 되는 그런 지발에 좀 해봐야나 이제 지발에 좀 더 말이에요.
And so it's similar to that. If Buddha himself is not free from all the fears, then he will not be able to free others from fears.
나도 다 나도 선배 갈래요. 나도 그냥 산지가 송대 안 로종체 수수 공접 텔레테니다 부재거래.
So that's very difficult, and therefore we have to study, Buddha's teachings, and and practice, and then gain the understanding or results.
제가 산지가 된데 손람자 직 저도 뺏 수시하였다. 배는 됐다고 그래서 산지가 송마대 문에 있는데.
And so can you give any example of Buddha's teaching that is correct? And he says, yes, this is how it is. This is what Buddha said, and this is how it is. Can you prove that?
Okay. Okay, said. Anyone can say?
The Buddhist teaching on dependent arising.
Okay. Anything? Very, very simple one.
Just like
They're impermanent.
Okay, good. Buddha said, example, nothing example, just small, very basic one. Buddha said, don't get mad. Just say that. Why? He said, why I'm not allowed to get mad? Because he or she punishment or she do bad to me. Calm down, don't get mad. But that doesn't say, oh, he's right, she's right. It doesn't say you're wrong. Don't get mad. See? He said, why? You get mad, you're not happy. Now, who knows? You got mad, you're happy or not? Your own experience. Is it? Maybe the dependent origination, the implement those things may be too deep for us. We need to like every day, like fast food, like $3, pizza. You want to pay, want fast food? I think McDonald's very fast food, right? Pizza is fast food, right? Therefore, for us, we have no time to waiting in our 5-star restaurant, waiting half hour, very, very small dish, fancy one, but they're very expensive. We have no time to that. We just eat something very common, right? No, every day we just something really small. Don't get mad. Right? Be patient. You talk about it. But that doesn't say he's right, you're wrong. It doesn't say that. Be patient. No, we don't have that. That means, oh, if I got mad, I'm happy not. But nobody happy mad. Who happy when you get mad? Who's very happy when you get mad? Yeah. Not.
Are you happy when you get mad?
Yeah. Are you happy you get mad? No, nobody mad. Maybe we can go to Google. Who's happy when that person get mad? But one person get mad. Maybe someone punish you, but they were mad. Maybe they're happy because they want you got mad. Right? They push you button. Purpose. You got mad. They're happy. Okay, I did it. Right? I did our work. But usually nobody happy. The Buddha said, don't jealous. This is very simple thing, right? Is anyone very comfortable? You're jealous when you're jealous? No, when you're jealous, there's something always bothers us. Then you have strong attachment. It's not missing our man-female attachment. Anything very strong attachment. So there's my parents, 20 old, my grandparents, you keep things very old. You lost one day, you become very upside down. So you very strong attachment. The good thing you also value is, oh, my parents were sick, there's also attachment. There's very fast food, cheap food, not very fancy ones. You go to very special restaurant, thinking even they put the name, very special way. They build food very fancy way. Also, we have to pay a lot of money that. We have to wait like half hour, right? But just go to the McDonald's, just wait there, just 5 minutes, give you it fast. But these things, we need to, prove from our own experience. Okay? Like that, this is sometimes, of course, Jennifer said, depend ordination, someone say impermanent, those things very deep. If you understand that way, it's perfect. But you don't know that, but just smooth things. Okay? Then Buddha said, now how you know Buddha give everyone teaching? He has compassion for everyone. If you follow Buddha also, Buddha is very special. Buddha say you're not allowed to force people to follow you. It's very unique, or particularly
Uncommon.
uncommon. We're not allowed to say, oh, come here, choose. Buddha's teaching only the good teaching. No, not. If person asks you, then you have to follow to teach. Yes, then people can say, you can advertise on Facebook and all that. Please don't ask. We just give the information, not share to come people. Because Buddha also not allowed to give information. But he has, he has compassion for everyone because of dedications. He said, oh, mother subject beings. We don't say, my mother subject beings. Oh, mother subject beings. Oh, subject beings. You get the dedication verses, right? Those things show to Buddha's compassion for everyone. Example, his son is very ego. Son more ego? No, not ego.
Like it shines on everybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we don't get here. This room doesn't get sun. There's no sun's form. There's what we cover here. Right? Then we say, okay, Buddha doesn't teach for the who doesn't follow him. But there's no Buddha follow. Who doesn't follow? They don't want. Buddha has compassion everyone. Those things, there are a lot of reasons. You will have to study more refuge for the long term. Sometimes say, oh, I studied 20 years ago, I'm good, I don't need more anymore. Not like that. We need to more every time, every day. Then we become much better. Is it? Any other examples? Check, you have some examples?
The one that you were saying about like really basic things and how
I'm really proud of basic things.
yeah, I think like as a young person, there's so many things that can distract me. Like coming every Sunday is very difficult for me.
Why?
Because there's so many other things that are happening.
What's wrong with you?
My friends and they're like doing other things and I always have to say I'm gonna be at the center from 10 to noon. I have to be very firm. If not, things would just keep happening. I'll be like, oh, I want to go somewhere else, and I'm not gonna be here. But I think really believing in like having the patience that I'm gonna benefit from coming really helps me come. If not, like I could just it's really easy. I also live very close. I can just lay in bed and not come here.
Something wrong. So actually you are dealing with that. Not just kidding. This is true. He's very honest. We have a lot of things, small things, different parts. But only Sunday, I have to do something else. I want a job that day. But this one only basically only 2 hours. But small things take us there. This is all that we have not practiced patience. We just take other yes.
Yeah, just a thought I had when he was talking about the distractions that we have, because we have so many choices every day and so much going on. I think there's the reasons we almost want distractions or we pay attention to them is it takes our mind away from it takes the focus away from our minds, and sometimes we don't like our own minds and what's our own thoughts. So it seems like we almost like the distractions because it's like a way to focus on something else besides our minds and what's going on. Right.
Okay, I don't get it yet. What do you? The job.
로마서 근데 지금 남자는 뭐 다른 문제는 거기면 돼요, 그렇지?
What someone can say because now he's very far away.
I think you were saying that like distractions is helping us not really see what we're feeling and what is inside. It's a way for us to run away and to distract ourselves by doing other things so that we don't have to look inside. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that describes it pretty well.
어디 코라스는 저기 영화 쌤 영화 있나? 그 누가 좋아하지 알아 소속이 딱 강에 녀야돼서 콜라 마산 받지 아니 쌤 양바이나 되나 쌤 양야 되게 되나 또 강에도 코 삼로 코 말아 아 뒤져서 쌤 양야 되게 되나 다디 베나 소속이 다 가오니 통바이나 될라 대삼다는 데 잡라 쌤 양제 지나신다 삼나도 거기 소속이 가오니 다 통웨게 다 쌤되죠 되게 뭐 말했어 그래 양왜 딱 케빈 팬더도 쓰겠어 거지.
Yeah, that's true. I think, but this year take your mind just temporarily farther away. According to Buddhism, you need to learn through meditation. You can come inside through the meditation to stop that way. Is I don't want to think that it doesn't work. You need through the meditation. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, that gentleman. Namaste.
It strikes me that this type of patience, it's very subtle because it would be easy to kind of make it seem like it's the type of patience that you endure suffering, like it's an effort to come here or whatever. But it's really, or you can conflate it with the perfection of effort. But what it really is just what we do to get that certitude, right? I mean, it's about how do we move the doubt.
नमस्ते ठीक है लो नमस्ते आपका नाम क्या है ठीक है लो ठीक है अमन मैं ओके मामा आओ इधर आओ अच्छा नमस्ते ये कन्या नमस्ते नाम क्या है
She doesn't speak Hindi.
What do you mean?
We are Nepal.
अच्छा कैसा है ठीक सा है ठीक समझौता घर कहाँ है
Kathmandu.
ये यहाँ कहाँ है
I'm better.
अच्छा What I didn't got Jennifer to say what she had.
Because it sounds like what we're talking about is really perseverance or effort. But this, at least what it seems to me is this type of patience is more about gaining certitude or conviction, removing the doubt. So like, right? It's the how we engage with the practice to remove the doubt, to become certain about it.
그래서
어디 소변이 없는데 가서 아주 가서 지금 예번에 더우다 되는데 더 봤어야 더 그러셨어. 들어 되는 다는 가서 철량에 신고 써봐서 되는 시가서 도 쉐도서 몰았는.
가지 렌데가 콜라 로종지 냠네 제원데 출랑에서 엘라 가지 출랑에서 그런데 슈쇼기 셰고 강어 이발라 칼렌자타바 출랑에서 버레스 다 텔라 아니 라도기네 시바다 군 아니 산지 추겐데 예데 시바다 아니 데데사 라바드레 요레스.
So in short, what patience, to gain assurance in Dharma means is that, whatever difficulties that you have to go through to practice Dharma, like coming here, listening to the teaching, you have to sit straight, right? You have to make an effort, so you have to, go through the difficulties, right? So that's difficult, but you say, oh, because it's important, and therefore I should, study, I should listen. So, that's the mainly is, to be patient with the sufferings, that comes when you practice Dharma. Right, so that's what it means, and then for that, it says it talks about here, practicing the virtues and memorizing the text and then studying the three baskets of teachings and so forth. So these are the practices that you do, and whenever you face difficulties doing that, then you be patient with that.
Well, why is that different than the patience of accepting suffering then?
Well,
다 디디 된데 인바이나 tana chola cho chebe kapsu ta dunga nyongura ta kangen gora kangen de la donglen cheba de dang tene nga de chidang gi dunga nyongwe de la donglen cheba ni 가르쳐 봐요 그랬어.
대가에 남쪽에 동안 땅하고 지나 직접 샤와 배워들어 가는 게 동안이 다 가라고. 단데 출라 때에 저번 거는 출랑에 돼서 반 출라 때에야 칼리저 텔서 저도하나 출랑에 돼서 왔어.
So that's usually that's the regular the worldly sufferings, right? The worldly suffering and worldly problems. So when you are facing when you are going through sufferings, facing the worldly problems and then being patient with that is the suffering, accepting the suffering. And then here, when you're practicing Dharma, you go through the difficulties or sufferings, and being patient with that, is the patience to gain assurance in the Dharma.
Yeah.
Well, the Lama Chenmo, though, under the patience of accepting suffering, they list, for instance, accepting of suffering that is based on upholding the teachings, accepting the suffering that acting on the welfare of living beings, accepting the suffering that's based on fatigue due to perseverance, through persevering and cultivating virtues. So that seems like that it would include the suffering, the patience of enduring those sufferings as relates to the teachings as well.
But the donga dalang is sobadina la dina chogi chola ngeshim sobadi da sheshas na chikwa shas dila dina donga dalang la dina de donga de kana the church go to donga ngule de dina donga de tandolam bana dina donga dalang sobasha goles lapshas tida chikwa shas dina
대 지원은 내가 육기세 코로나 가가 있는데 야무나 담에 되시고 야무나 군조성 되시고 군도 좀 만드시고 샤접섬 공부가 되잖아요 지금 원.
So it's not exactly the same. Here it is talking about contemplating on the emptiness or thinking about the qualities of the three jewels and so forth.
맨날 사절라 아니 담이 있다고 그랬어. 대발라 문도 있다고 이치도 담이 있다고 그러고 딘디기 담이 있다고 요발라 아니 군조에 대 시고 그랬어. 딘디가 깔리 잡다고 주는 거 그랬어.
And so here, it's talking about having faith in the Buddha Dharma and Sangha. So especially like having faith in the Buddha, it's called the lucid faith. So lucid faith is like clear faith in the Buddha. So in order to have that, you have to study. So the studies are difficult, right? So you bear with that. So that's the patience, of accepting. The patience of the assurance of the Dharma.
그러와 대라 딘디기 대화 듣게와라 아니 로조적으로 다니 로조 맞체나 대화체나 대화 요걸 라고 와. 대요발라
lucid faith has to come only by studying, by understanding the meaning, by understanding the qualities, right? And so to understand that, you have to study. So the study cannot just happen like that. You have to work hard. You have to go through the difficulties, adversaries, right? And so therefore you have to be patient with that.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I was trying to tease out, is that subtle difference, because it's about like what we do to get that conviction, that certitude, that faith about it, not just the it's not the yeah, it's
not what you
well, when we say the effort we make.
쟤들 안에 담보가도 레라고도 용통 못하대. 레라고도 용하라. 갈래코에 레라고도 제왕했도 그랬어.
Yes, this is more subtle. That's true. This is more subtle and more difficult. So the other one, the accepting the suffering, is more obvious. So the first you practice that, and then this will, be done quite easily after that. So if you are asked, whether you practice this patience to gain assurance in the Dharma or not, what will you say? Right now, are we doing this practice or not?
Well, I mean, according to Lam Rinpoche, there's 8 objects that this applies to.
Yeah,
so according to the Lamrim Chemo, then we're not doing this practice of the patience to gain assurance in the Dharma right now?
Yeah, we are. But I mean, in the discussion?
Yeah.
But not just the effort to walk here.
No, if you walk here, you need effort.
Yeah, but that's,
why you come here?
But then, why wouldn't that be effort then? The perfection of effort. Why is that? Patience.
So what was the last thing, Jennifer?
I was just saying though, walking here, if we say that it's about the effort, then why isn't that the perfection of effort? Why is that the perfection of patience?
It takes time to get here, so you should patience. If it's raining and it's pouring.
But that's the other patience. That's the patience of accepting suffering, not the patience of gaining assurance in the Dharma.
But if your intention is to come here to learn, then it's patience, right? To get here, because you're taking the time. It's patience because you have to walk here, take the time.
But which patience? Which of the 3 patiences is it?
Patience to learn the Dharma.
So I would like to add, can I jump in? And can I jump in and add to the conversation? So Jennifer, in response to what's being talked about, like Jennifer, when you say, I think to practice patience, it will include making effort. So going to the center, walking, that is an effort. But when I think about patience, in particular to the patience of the assurance of Dharma, and I think about my example, right? And I say, hey, when I first attend a class and I listen for 2 hours, I may come out of it like, God, what were they talking about? I don't really understand. But I still come back, I'm going to keep coming back until I finally understand. But it takes a lot of faith, and that to me is patience to say, I don't quite get it this class, but I'm going to come back again and keep trying again. Also with the faith thinking that I will get imprint even if I don't understand now. So that is the effort that I'm putting into cultivating the patience part. Is like the perseverance of like, oh, I will be patient. I'm gonna come back and someday I will learn it, right? That to me is patience. And then same thing with reading the book. First time I read it, oh dear, so hard. These higher texts, like, what are they talking about? Never mind. I read again and I read again and I read again. It takes sometimes it takes a year, some days somehow, then, oh, finally I understood what it says. But that to me is patience.
Well, my question is distinguishing between the three types of patients. The second one is the patients of accepting suffering, and then the third is the patients to gain assurance. But it actually sounds like what you're describing. You even said perseverance, right? You even said effort. So why is that different than the perfection of joy's perseverance?
Well, we're trying to isolate the discussion on patience, right? But I'm saying, and I don't disagree that there is perseverance, there is effort and things like that. When we do one action, when we practice patience, it does not mean we do not practice effort, we do not practice perseverance. All these qualities, all these 6 perfections, a lot of times we don't isolate and only practice one at a time. When we practice patience, it does take effort, it does take perseverance. So I don't see the contradiction. I mean,
but it's a contradiction in the sense that, of course, yes, of course we practice them all together. But
yeah.
I'm saying trying to understand the subtlety of this third type of patience. That's all. I was just trying to understand.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope I'm correct what I'm saying. I see you know.
Okay.
뭐라 달랭기 배대다 안에 철랑에 쓰기 배직 레레진의 샤다 전화 되는 뭐 보고리 빠진.
Pecha, an example, okay. Pecha chana padama. So chu shebalaya, the kalito. Yaka chewa chu, tell a kilelo dos.
So, for example, when you practice Dharma or study Dharma, it is difficult, right? It's not easy.
He chula jubichani and the lower kirjava, Toricha, chula jubichani, Toricha, jubichani.
Jubachane.
Jubichani, Toricha was.
So, by engaging in the practice, such in the practice or study, it becomes effort. And then accepting the difficulties that you go through that, is a patience. So from the way you do the practice, right, from the way you engage in the action, and it becomes then the patience and the effort. And then the generally, like the patience of accepting suffering is like other things, other sufferings. Like, let's say you broke your leg, and then you say, oh, this is the it's a result of my negative karma, that I've created in the past, and not becoming angry or not becoming upset or not becoming disturbed. And so that will be the patience of accepting the suffering.
제다 안에 출라 주베게 쪼디 되게 자로라 안에 출라 주데 문도에 주발 바치 챙이 이만 가면 어서 저거로.
And so, when you make the effort to practice or study the Dharma, and then your wish, not wanting to practice or study the Dharma will be overcome. And for the patients to gain assurance in the Dharma, it has to be a Dharma activity. The activity that you engage in has to be a Dharma activity. And so for the accepting the suffering, the patience of accepting the suffering doesn't have to be that. It can be any kind of suffering. So from the side of the object or from the side of the action, you can have different kind of names. And so all the actions that we engage in now, like by coming to the center, listening to the teaching, doing the practice, all these are actions related with the Dharma.
Okay, so you say that the suffering, the patience that accepts the suffering, you say that's other things, not Dharma, but can include Dharma? because the Lamrim Chimbo says one of the bases for that.
We have Tibet.
It says that it's acceptance of suffering that is based on upholding the teachings, and it says understanding the teachings, worshiping and serving the Guru, worshiping and serving the three jewels, teaching extensively to others what you understood, reciting its praises loud and clear. So this is all Dharma.
Yeah.
But it's all in that type of suffering that's type of patience, the patience of accepting suffering. So to me, there's got to be some. How is that different than what we're saying about the patience of gaining assurance in the Dharma?
뭐라서는 다 대처 상마 되네 다 동화 달래게 써봐라 셰샤스 송샤스 보이는 다 라면 좀 나라 대체 저 동화 달래게 다 저런 게 신경 써봐다 되는 동화 달래게 써봐니데 되네 시다 개발 셰면도 다 대단도 동화 달래게 써봐디 다 가서 저런 게 신경 써봐디 동화 달래게 써봐라 셰샤스 다 동화 달래 저런 게 신경 써봐 인기 아니 동화 달래게 써봐 많이 지 가르쳐왔어
대용조 출연해서 그거 누가 반도 초대했어. 이나 누가 당는 거 저번에 출연해서 그거 말했어.
다 말하시는 데 동화 달래게 써봐야 되네 가서 저런 게 신경 써봐야 동화 달래게 써봐라 셰샤스 난 가전에 때 가가샤고 그랬어.
대다리 고 이렇게 전에 누가 다니면서 강가 출연해서 맞아 인자 아니 고 이렇게 전에 뒤에나 샤베 전에 가가는 거 그랬어.
So yeah, you can say, in that sense, and you can say the patience to gain assurance dharma, is a part of the patience of accepting the suffering, but not every patience of accepting suffering, is a patience to gain assurance in the dharma. Therefore, it can be separated like that.
Pervasion is that the patience accepting suffering pervades the patience to gain assurance in the Dharma.
그래, 저런 내심을 써봐이나, 나 동화 당을 써봐, 잡지 거라다.
그래.
저런 내심을 써봐이나, 동화 당을 써봐, 잡지 거래 왜서?
됐다.
Is yet to see if it pervades or not.
Okay,
how you got Bob? Yes.
So for me, the difference is that you can be patient with all sorts of things for all kinds of reasons. But when you're patient with the Dharma, it's still waiting.
So can you give an example of something that is the patience to gain assurance of the Dharma, but not the patience of accepting the suffering? Then you can say, yes, it doesn't pervade because there's such thing, which is the patience to gain assurance of Dharma, but not patience of accepting sufferings.
Basically, everyone think, okay. Bob, you have some example?
No, I'm just looking at Lamrim Chenmo.
Yeah, that's good. You got more deep. There was a lot of discussions, but when the Shawa Shetak Chani, you can Chani ko Mikaga Taburis.
So from the way you engage in the action and from the way, from the point of the object, then you can give it different names like accepting suffering or assurance in the Dharma.
But yeah, to some Shibjatana, when the children get them so as the young, we say Tuma, the Chusho language is Shagoing, the challenge.
So and if you think in that way, then you find that the patience to get assurance in Dharma, is uncommon from the patience of accepting the sufferings in terms of the activity and the practice, the object itself.
Because this is a homework for everyone, okay? To identify example.
Can we say how many possibilities? So how many permutations of the two? Then you would see.
Yes, like you said, if the patience to gain assurance in the Dharma is pervaded by the patience of accepting suffering or not. If not, can you give an example, of something that is in a patience to gain assurance in the Dharma, but not the patience, of accepting the suffering?
Question.
Okay.
Can you repeat that question again? Because I'm just trying to. Can you repeat that, Damsho?
Yes. So if the patience to gain assurance in the Dharma is pervaded by the patience of accepting the suffering or not. So what it means is, if it is the patience to gain assurance of Dharma, then is it necessary to be a patient of accepting the suffering or not? If it is not, then can you give an example of something, right? Something that is patience to gain assurance in the Dharma, but not a patience of accepting the sufferings.
Okay. you really? You understand the question? And me in Africa, you go to Humanis. Me in the Pewa, you go to West, no?
So, like for example, we say if it's a person, if it's a human being, does it have to be a Tibetan?
No. Then give you example.
Human being.
Right.
Yeah.
You're saying that like one of like your example was like, you know, a Tibetan person is definitely a human person, but a human person doesn't have to be Tibetan. So
Yeah.
like if you put that, where like what Jennifer was trying to say is that like it sounds like every patience of reassuring the Dharma is a patient of accepting suffering.
Yeah.
Like or it's pervaded, like they're connected.
No, I was just saying if in terms of generalities and instances that the larger category would have been, but I think what the question here would be, yeah. So that's what I want to tease out.
Right. That's your question, right? That's your question.
Exactly.
That's what it sounds like. Is there an exception?
Possibilities between those two, right?
Is there an exception where when you're practicing patience of reassuring the Dharma and you're at the same time not practicing accepting suffering?
Exactly.
You guys understand the possibilities means?
Say the last thing, and
not accept it, the patience of accepting suffering.
Okay, argue out. Okay, man and female. Or the person and female, how many possibilities? Person and female. Person and female. You understand? Person, not man. As a person and human beings, how many possibilities?
Person and human beings?
Yeah. No. Person and female. Person and female. Person and female and person. How many possibilities?
Three.
How many?
Three.
Person.
Yeah, there's three possibilities.
You understand? Person and female, how many possibilities?
What's the third?
Human and not a person.
Someone who's both, right? Me.
What?
Someone who is something that is neither. Well,
Yeah, and
something that is a person but not female. You. But there's not something that is. Okay, I guess so. We said there's something that's both, something that's neither, something that is male that is not a person.
Yeah.
And then.
You said human, so it's not something that's neither. It's either human or female, so it's not. He was asking us human.
Both is not.
I know, I understand that, but I'll go first.
How many possibilities are there for these categories?
Yeah. How many? You got it?
No, there's
no possibility. I'm not entering this because
Really?
Actually, there
No.
were four.
No, if you got that one, then go easy to that one.
Did you say woman or female?
Female.
Female. Okay, then there's four possibilities.
Cow is the example.
Four possibilities.
Yeah, because you can have a female dog that's not a human.
So Bob is saying
You said human.
Well, it depends whether you say human or person.
Did you say human or person?
Not person.
You say human or person?
I think I mean no person and female, not only females.
Okay, person. Then there's only three possibilities.
You understand this logic? This is not the monastery to do logic at that level. This is how to make it very clear. You understand? Is the person have to necessarily be who? Female? No, right? Like me. No.
To be human.
Yeah, the human.
Human, yeah.
Yeah, it's the human necessarily not need to become female, right? Right. Like what? Me. If the woman, okay, we don't say female, but woman have to
human.
아니 부모 있나? 아, 부모 있나? 뭐 참.
So woman and human, right? So woman is not woman and human. So human, human is not necessarily woman, but a woman is necessarily human.
다 되는 지금 말이야. 출랑해도 소발라 누가 당이 소발 이거 그래서 다 되다.
And so just like we said, like female, and then human beings, like if it's a female, it has to be human beings, but not all the human beings are female, like that. So so like that, so if it is if it's the patience to gain assurance in the Dharma, then is it necessary to be patience of accepting the suffering? And or not, right? And if it is a patience of accepting suffering, then does it have to be patience to gain assurance in Dharma or not?
Sometimes you suffer when you practice Dharma. Or when you're studying Dharma, sometimes you suffer because you don't understand.
Yeah, even you don't. It's not only that. If you stay here, it's not easy. You have a lot of effort. This is the effort or this passion.
It's both.
No, there's nothing we can discuss. Are the 6 professions and they contradict each other or not? Those lot of things, there's how the actions, the yurda and the shavishana kumikaka.
Yeah, from the point of the action and the object, you differentiate that.
Okay, this also makes you more sharp your mind. That means now looks like, oh, you guys like give up. Now looks like you don't do anything. Yes, whatever we're doing here is passion or the problem. Okay. Okay, I think we stop now. I thought you guys more confused, but this is more study. Huh?
I'll just be patient with myself. Go away. Okay. All right, so we shall turn to page 39. Saji Paki Jumshin Veka Rari Rari Nidegen Pali Sangye Shindu Ekeuwa Lo san tempe drome sasu idro emunse tatu reyushi Yanguru Ratamandala Kamiryatayami. My 2 collections vast of space that I have amassed from working at this practice for great length of time. Yeah, we don't have to really for all those whose minds wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my life and future. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhists by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness of the minds of all beings to the point of the path that I discern. May I hold the Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have gone. May I reveal the treasure of happiness today. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted without dispeace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time.
Like even this great course of enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from purest path raised by the Buddhists. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the Temple Mahayana virtuous practices, then they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in life till samsara's end. Tom Di Ninte, Zum Du Jude Lam, Che Che Sa Nam Chen Te Ru Shabda Ego Tenzin Gyatso So Arizo
49, we'll do this in English, and we will substitute the words please, please return swiftly. You who uphold the seducer's moral way in the service of the declared law, sustaining, preserving, spreading Buddha's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent grace, honoring individuals, Savior of myself and other true disciples, please, please return swiftly. Okay. Your form embodies all Buddhas. Your nature is that of Vajradhara. You are the root of the three jewels, knowledge to you, O Buddhas. In short, I seek your blessing, O protector, to be cared for by you throughout all my life, and thus to become your chief disciples, owning every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me in the foremost among my very first circle of disciples, when every manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes without exception may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my life, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities and stages of the past, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue in this world and beyond. And its caring and environment of a firm and shakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing in an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life the ability of cause and effect, renunciation, believing mind, and your ear, may I embark upon them continually in effortless experience. In every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind, follow solely for the welfare of others, and that there is an highest enlightenment. Page 57, prayer of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly and attain Kurukulla today, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may where I'm born arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. And we'll finish on page 75.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Vacation, okay? Now you really start to enjoy. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe.
Bye-bye.